Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast, hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful to connect with you, to say hi, hello, how do you do? What is going on with you? What's going on with you, beloved? How are you? Blessings unto you. For, excuse me, for those of you who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. I love it. I love it. For those of you who will hashtag it and replay it, um, I can appreciate that. For those of you who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, okay, okay, okay. And then for those of you who will be used by Papa at some point down the road, I am very, 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 very grateful and appreciative. So thank you, thank you, thank you for however you show up in this here world of ours. This girl is grateful. Grateful Designs by Debbie Kokolo. This girl is grateful. So I value you and appreciate you and honor you and all of those kinds of things. And I am grateful, grateful for you. So today is Friday, July the 5th. Friday, July the 5th. It is. Friday, July the 5th. And I am beyond grateful for you. I am beyond grateful for you. Um, so all week, except yesterday, took yesterday off, as I will always take off holidays because everybody needs some time off, everybody. Everybody needs some time off. So I took yesterday off so that I could, um, you know, fully enjoy and take advantage of the day. Fully enjoy and take advantage of the day. So, um, when it comes to when it comes to this idea of what value do others experience from your unique contribution, what values do others experience from your unique contribution? That's important to know. Do you know I had never asked myself, "Good morning, Erica. Hey, honey bud." I had never asked myself that question in that way until I was challenged to clarify some things as an entrepreneur or as an entrepreneur. Yes, that's pretty much what it was. Um, I was in a global leadership program, and in that program, we had a profit coach, and so her program requires you to drill down and get some clarity around what do you do, why do you do it, who do you do it for, what do they um, what do they get um, from what it is that you do? What do they get from what it is that you do, right? And so as we come up, as I was asked to get clarity, I'm like, oh, okay, so how do people benefit, right? What value do they receive? How do they benefit from how I show up? How does the universe benefit all of Papa's creation? How does it benefit from how you show up in the universe? How does it benefit from how I show up in the universe? So we've got to be clear about that thing. Like we've got to be clear as to what that is, like how one benefits from the way that we show up. Like we got to be clear about that. And so my clarity comes in my clarity comes in the idea of how does it benefit? Well, I'm distracted. Pardon me, excuse me, I'm distracted. Right. So it comes in this idea of love, right? How does love, what benefits come from love? What benefits come from love? How do people, um, what is it that love brings? And so, because that is my unique contribution, is love. And so, one of the things that I did, so let me see if I can find this statement. Yesterday, I had an opportunity to work on my bio. And, I'm always kind of tweaking it for different purposes. And one of them says something very powerful. And that is, let's see if I can find it. It says Dr. James explains it this way. My context is self-love. So the context, everything, the subject matter, my container, if you will, is self-love. Everything that I talk about is going to come from this notion of love, of self-love. Life-giving conversations is my methodology. So the method that I use is to have conversations. My method is a conversation I want to share with you, and I invite you to share back with me. And then the vehicle, right? The way that I do it is through courses. I develop and teach courses, facilitate courses. Speaking, I am a speaker, a public speaker. I use my voice. And when you look at my baby picture, my mouth is wide open. And so that was a kind of a prophetic vision to see what I would be doing with the rest of my life. Workshops. I can create all kinds of workshops. You tell me what your outcomes are, and I can pull content together, create safe environment, have life-giving conversations from any subject matter. Um, then and then my self-love queens adventures, right? So those are, some people understand those as retreats, advances retreats. I call them adventures, where I have the privilege of taking a small group of women all over the world to see into places where Papa's hands have touched, so that we can have life-giving transformational experiences. And then preaching, right? Preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ to all. So I have the privilege of doing that. And then again, teaching. I am a teacher at heart. If I know it, and I have the privilege, then I will teach it. If I know it and I have the opportunity, then I will teach it. And in therapy, I serve as a licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan. And then finally, coaching. That's the newest rung. Uh, Coaching. So not only can I do it, coaching. And so that's a broad, but if you notice all of the theme in there, all of those themes is conversations. All of those vehicles, it's about conversations. And so what is the outcome, right? What is the outcome? self-love, it just helps us to be better. I agree. I always wanted to be humble and grateful and show people love. Amen. 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 Good morning, Ray. Good morning. Self-love, uh, love in and of itself is a benefit in every, every situation. Love benefits in every. There is no situation where love does not benefit. Love wins no matter what. It does. Now, when we think we can come up with situations where love does not win, we don't understand what love really is. We don't understand the purposes of love, right? We don't understand. And so with that, like, go on and dig deep. We can come up with all kind of definitions, but the outcome of love is every situation is better. Every your own internal situation, even if you done messed something up, jacked it up, blew it up, love, give yourself some love. Accountability, absolutely. Ownership, yep. Soberness, yep. Restraints, absolutely. And love, grace, mercy, compassion. Okay? Communication to me is the key. It is, honey. Yes, it is. It is absolutely the key. Yes, it is the key. And so, and so when we think of, right, when we think of those kind of things, like, so what do people benefit? How do they benefit from more love into their life, more love into their world? How do they benefit? They benefit, like, the benefits are increased rest. We we shift, like, if we live in a chaotic, if we live where we're in fight flight mode, more often than not, then adding love into your environment will help to balance your central nervous system, right? Or your autonomic nervous system. Instead of being in a parasympathetic fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, you'll be in sympathetic where you're at rest and recovery and those kinds of things. Like, just that part right there is huge, because love will demand of you to stop and smell the roses. Love will demand of you, it will require you to have some appreciation even in the most difficult of situations. Love require that of you. Love um will will have you to keep your mouth closed. I'm just saying. Sometimes we just need to keep our mouths closed. It don't matter, like, that whole justification. I I should, I ought to. Can you believe what they said and did and da da da? Like, why does it matter, beloved? Why does it matter? Like, you got to check in with you and understand why they can get you, why they can pull you over there and have you cutting up. What is that about? You got to be able to figure that one out to see what is going on with that. Because if you don't give it significance, it can go on about its business. Your blood pressure don't go up. You not saying things that can't be taken back, you know, not cutting up, none of that. You can offer grace and love and compassion, accountability and boundaries and ownership. All of it. We need all of it. We need all of it. When I say love, I am not talking about anything that's weak, anything that's a pushover, anything that's doormat like. Nah, buddy. Nope. We're not talking about that. We are talking about that which is life giving, life sustaining, life elevating. Talking about something being a quantum leap experience. Make a commitment to love. That's quantum leap. That is quantum leap. If ever there's anything that you could benefit from and say that that's quantum leap, like taking you beyond that which is explainable, skipping over steps, getting into that right there is a quantum leap experience. Yep, right there. Yepper, yepper, yepper. Make a commitment to love you well, thoroughly, consistently, intentionally, like without question. I'm gonna love me some me. Take that to make that intention that you are going to do that every day. Stop. Give yourself 2 minutes. 2 minutes of love. Just 2 minutes of you loving you. 2 minutes of you being with you. 2 minutes of you leaning into you. Just give yourself 2 minutes. You will change your own world. So what value do others experience from your unique contribution? You got to know. First of all, you got to know what your unique contribution is. Then you need to value your unique contribution. And then you need to make sure that that you're clear on how others experience you. How do others experience you? Now, right now, we're talking about your unique contribution, but I'm always going to give that balance part because our gifts always have a dark side. Our gifts always come with baggage if we don't know, if we don't manage them. Like we just like bleeding all over people because we just think, well, you ought to like it the way I like it. You ought to want it the way I want it. You ought to do it the way I do it because my way is the right way. What? Your way is your way. And it's not right for everybody. It's not. It's not. Right? It's not life is not that black and white. It's not that black and white. There's so many gray areas in life. And so what we think may be right or beneficial and all those kinds of things, we could check the boxes. For whatever the reason, it's not right for that person right now. Okay? Okay. All right. And you got to give yourself permission to just say, no, it's not right for me right now. I know it looks like it is. I know it meets all the human criteria, but for my soul, it don't work. And that's enough for me. I don't care what boxes it checks. I don't care who says it's supposed to be. If it does not work for my soul, it does not work for me. My prefrontal cortex is like, nope. My amygdala ain't having it. Right? Cerebellum is like, right? So my brain is kicking it back because it doesn't align with my soul and don't work with my brain. It's a no for me. I'm just saying. You got to know you. You got to know you. And you got to like you. You definitely got to love you. You have to be for you. And then you can relax into your unique contribution. When you relax in it, when I tell you the benefit that others receive, because you're relaxing into your unique contribution, man, I love it. I do love this life of mine. I 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 love it. I love it. Love it. I love it. Love it. I love it. I love this life of mine. I'm inviting you to love your life too. I'm inviting you to lean into this thing called living, love, life, all of that. And know what it is that you bring to this encounter, to this amazing encounter. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. All right, beloved, I will talk with you soon. Have a phenomenal day. Enjoy your weekend. For those still vacationing, have a great time. Bye-bye now.